Hello everyone, I am the Black Shadow and welcome to what I suspect will be the final episode for The Sinking City. The seal of Katinagar is assembled and we are ready to descend into the depths below and make our decision of what we want to do. Do we close the gates to Katinagar for a cycle, which is probably going to get ourselves killed, or do we open them and unleash everything below? I'm going to give my overall thoughts and keep for this game and keep it to the end credits, because I tend to do. But I will make the point and say that I think the fact that I have made 30 episodes of this series, I think is definitely a testament to the fact that I have, on the whole, enjoyed this game. I mean, there's a lot of decent sort of, the basic components there. I do wish there was a little bit more to the game at times, with little things here. And I wish that the game just felt a little bit more kind of vibrant and kind of alive, you know, with the NPCs of doing more things. You know, like I say, the one time we had, like, the police taking on at the, a couple of, policemen fighting at the, theater. That was kind of cool, and I wish we would have seen more stuff like that, but unfortunately, it didn't really happen, so. But regardless, I'll leave the rest of my thoughts for when we, complete the game. With the seal complete, it is back to the Church of St. Michael, where we will be descending into Katinagar via the central monolith. One last time. That's probably a bad sound. Let's get out of here. I did go off screen and did pick up some loose bits of inventory and stuff, by the way. Picked up some bits and pieces. I think it was worth spending some time doing so, but we don't need to fight that. Let's go adventuring. I'm busy! Thank you! Jeez! Kind of man open up portals to evil, otherworldly dimensions in peace? Jeez. I tell you, man, how inconsiderate can you be? Rude. I don't think we need to worry about our inventory too much here. We descend once more, apparently. Randomly just got ourselves another suit here. Oh, it was on the other side, wasn't it? So this is actually not completely ridiculous. Well, we're going to be going a long, long way down here. Let's go. I have put in thoughts, and I have kind of put, tried to make decisions about how I want to end this game. There are multiple endings, it should be noted. And it's very possible that I might actually end up showing all of them off to you. My understanding is that there's going to be at least two things we can do, right? We've got to at least either, you know, open the gates or seal them. There might be more stuff to do, I don't know, possibly. That's an ominous sign, by the way. Just your casual underwater fire, you know, as you do. Oi! Damn it. Look, do you want me to open these gates or not? You know? Like, getting my way is not really assisting this. You kill me now, like, you're gonna look pretty stupid. Make a way through, got all these geysers and stuff here. Not the biggest fan of all this Geyser stuff, you know. Just being honest. But whatever. See more of these ancient temples and stuff here. I don't know if we can jump down there. Probably not. I imagine it's going to not allow me. Oh! Well, we died. Oops. I didn't actually know I could do that. Fascinating. Maybe we're just getting the shortcut to the depths, right? No, the game's like, you must proceed in the fashion that we have ordained, or else. I'm like, well, okay, I guess. It's fine. We won't do that again. But yeah, as I've said before, like, I do think, like, the devs for this, I've done a fairly... done a fairly decent job, you know, given kind of the raw components. In fact, this is an indie game, you know. I think I'd be pretty happy. Like, if I had, you know, I'd put this game there, I'd be reasonably happy. Oi! You know, it's a game of there's a lot of scope and a lot of ambition. Guess we're going down. Down and down and down and down. Also, by the way, oh yeah. Let's not look at all that shit. That is not doing our sanity any good. Oh, yeah, we are going in a bad place. Look at this, by the way. Holy crumbs. Jesus. Here we go. Kind of curious to see what we're going to find here, by the way. I'm wondering how the game is going to let this play out. Huh. I see. We're back on the boat we used to get here at the very start of the game, except, it's, not quite the same. The hell are we? Oh, the map doesn't know. And you know what? I think that's true. Oh, we also have an extra knowledge point, by the way. We should probably put that into something. I mean, we're underwater. We're not swimming. There's not really anything I need to worry about. Sure, just give me gunslinger. Whatever the hell. The monoliths are small, visible parts of the prison, Katinagar, and have some mysterious function. They definitely do. There's a possibility the daughter can spread her influence through the monoliths. You know, and that makes a degree of sense. That's where a lot of, like, the madness is kind of finding its way through, right? So we even reckon that the daughter's influence will be the strongest inside Katinagar. Whatever transfer weights may be worse than death. Or with her help, I could gain power bomb beyond belief. Again, we have to make that choice right now. We're going to pick up more information as we go here. What the hell? Guess we're going down? See, we're like hallucinating, I think. Nothing is like properly real at this point, so nothing we can ascertain right now. So this is back at the Devil's Reef. Definitely getting some kind of like Alan Wake vibes here. Those of you who've played that game or seen my series of it will know.
It's a shame you'll die here, Reed. The city has far worse men than you.
You know, has definitely some vibes of that.
Yeah, a lot of people want to leave Oakmont, kid. Few ever succeed.
Tell me about it. I'm kind of annoyed that Mind Palace thing is staying up there, by the way. It's kind of annoying. I kind of appreciate it not doing that. It's breaking my immersion slightly. There's not much I can do, though.
I want none of this to be real. To wake up in my bed in Boston, eat real food, drink good coffee, and forget it all.
I like the flashback stuff. They got to bear in mind, of course, that the gate that, in theory, Kitinagar is trying to convince it to open the gates. That's only what it wants, right? Hell, wait.
Let me be frank. You ain't welcome. You slip up, don't cross a T or dot an I, and I'll treat you like every other criminal in here, newcomer.
Jesus.
Please help me die. I can't. I just can't.
EOD.
No mercy, boys. He's been asking for this.
All the crazy shit that we've seen in Oakmont over the course of time here.
There is nothing more vile than futility. Watching this happen again and again and doing nothing. We are the agents of change, Mr. Reed.
Maybe I'm being slightly harsh. But I really would have liked to have seen stuff like this more often in this game.
Please hurry, Reed. We can still save this city.
Fucking, that's the archaeologist dude there.
You can't end the suffering. The cycle will go on. You can't change who you are.
Christ.
Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned.
I can't rest remembering enough of the names of these people.
We're doomed to rot in this bog.
That's the guy who lost his family at sea. These visions of them all like killing themselves is kind of gnarly.
There is a cycle. This has all happened before.
Harriet.
She wants to be free, but she must not be, or else it all ends.
Also, by the way, look at this. Christ. Yeah. Previous seas died when they entered Kitinagar. And the cycle kept repeating. The seed sacrifice must be the only way to restart it. That's the truth of it, sadly. If we enter the gates, I'll free the dreamer's hidden daughter. If I survive that, what's left of me won't even be human. The only way to prevent mankind's destruction is to restart the cycle by my suicide. That's the truth of the matter. Or someone will eventually end the cycle and the hidden daughter will be free. By entering the gates, at least I have a chance to survive. Maybe I'll even become something greater than human. Does it have to be that way? Is it really one or the other? There's no other way to do this?
Destiny waits for no man, Charles. Decide now whether this ends in salvation or blood.
I guess we choose.
I choose annihilation. The end of all cycles. Let everything die.
It's just us seeing what this option does.
I accept my fate. Unlike the cowards who came before me. My hidden daughter. I am coming.
So this is the, if we decide we're gonna
I choose
open the gates.
annihilation. I accept my fate. Unlike the cowards who came before me. My hidden daughter. I am coming.
So that's if we're gonna open this up, right? But maybe there's another option. There are other retrocognitions dotted about. What else have we got here?
I have made my choice. I willingly sacrifice myself like every seed before me. What is one life worth against all of humankind? Let the cycle restart.
So this is
I
self-sacrifice.
have made my choice. Let the cycle restart.
So that's that option. Is that a third route down there, though? There's another way? The heck is this? Looks kinda unsettling to me.
I will not choose. I'll break the cycle and free all of us trapped in Oakmont.
Oh?
Enough is enough. I'm leaving this damn city and its madness behind.
So option 3
I will not choose. Enough is
is
enough.
we say screw it,
I'm leaving this damn city and its madness behind.
and we don't do anything. Inaction, basically. There's a hidden control panel in Kitinagar. It seems like it could reopen Oakmont to the world, letting people live. We could take this seal and run. If I enter the gates, mankind will be destroyed. If I commit suicide, the cycle will just restart, delaying the inevitable. My only choice is to break the cycle. Maybe I can use, I think it's Kitinagar, that's a typo, it's control panel to open the city borders and escape. Bear in mind, because all this time, Oakmont's been kind of trapped amongst itself. No one can seem to leave the place. So those are the options ahead of us, right? I can save the game, right? I can indeed save the game. So I feel like this is like the... I mean, I don't know. You could debate which is the more heroic. Like, definitely opening the gates to Kitinagar seems like a really bad idea. And a choice I would not make. I think even if I was in this position, like, I'm thinking, if I was Charles Reed and seeing all this crazy shit, I still don't think I would actually pick this. I would do one of the other two. So that's a thing. I think I'm going to leave this one to the end. And I think we're just going to see what happens if we go this way, I guess. I think the third one's the most interesting of the lot. So let's go exploring, kids. So let's go ahead and decide that, you know, we can still save mankind. And we sacrifice ourselves to prevent destruction, at least for now. Been a pleasure, Charles. Drew the short straw. See the blood down there? How he's not obviously the first one. But of course, the cycle eventually begins once more, and Johannes is waiting. So, I'm going to be honest and suggest that probably actually not the most really gratifying or fulfilling of endings, and you know what, I think that's fine. It's not meant to be a particularly gratifying ending, you know, it's ultimate self-sacrifice to just delay it for another while, but nothing's ever going to change. This ending is going to see a lot of change. A lot of change. You win, Cthulhu. Oh dear. I think Oakmont is, in a spot of bother. So option 3 is we say, screw all this, I'm going home. Pretty much. And so we decide that we're going to take our chances to try and break the cycle by just leaving and taking the Sea Wolves and saying, the hell with all this. Somehow I don't think this is going to work, but, we're going to see if we can make magic happen here, kids. How no one has tried this before, by the way. A few years later in Boston. Huh. Flood in Boston? Oh dear. I think the decision to try and break the cycle means it just kind of follows him to Boston, I guess. And you know what? I mean, that's a good way to surmise the end of this game. I guess. I don't want to sound too harsh here, but all those endings are kind of flat, aren't they, really? You think, like, what ultimately the decision we're making and, like, the ramifications of these decisions, like, they're pretty significant in the grand scheme of things, but just a little, like, 20-second CG, and that's it. It's a bit disappointing. Outside of that, however, for the Sinking City, my thoughts. I've got more out of this game than I thought I would. I'm not one who has very much knowledge or experience of Lovecraftian horror. It's not really one I've ever delved into. This is like my first foray. And I actually reckon in the, if you'll pardon the slight pun here, sea of games that delves into like Lovecraftian and Cthulhu stuff, I actually reckon this is probably one of the better ones. I can definitely see that. I imagine that a lot of the elements it touches upon are probably not that too dissimilar to like the actual the Lovecraftian lore and like the books, that sort of thing. I totally believe that. And I think actually some of it is pretty cool. You know, I think that stuff is actually done pretty well. You know, the fact you've got to like work out where to go on the map, stuff like that. Although I will say, like, the fact the game makes you have to find all these fast travel locations is a bit laborious. And I can't say I'm the biggest fan of that. But it's still not that terrible. The combat system is not particularly great either. Let's be honest, it's pretty rough. But I am very glad that I took this game on both medium difficulties. I think if I'd gone on either on hard, I would have probably hated this game significantly more. And doing this on the hard detective level, oh my god, having no assistance, no thanks. And then you've also got, like, say, like, the added on, like, the skills stuff as well, which is just kind of put in for the sake of putting in. I don't really think it actually really adds anything to the game at all. I think this game would be totally fine without that. But I think Oakmont itself is cool. I think the actual design of the place, even though we don't get to see all of it, I think is pretty well done. I actually think it looks really good as well, to be fair. I think it looks pretty decent. I think it's one of those games where if, like, say, next year or whenever, and there was an announcement, Sinking City 2, I would like to see a Sinking City 2. I don't know necessarily if I would play a Sinking City 2, but I feel like this game has a lot of kind of raw ideas and basics, sort of like, you know, and some decent fundamentals. I think they're definitely there. But this is a game that is in need of a lot of polish. And I think it also needs a little bit of tightening up as well. I mean, this game has gone a lot longer than I was thinking it was going to be. It's been a long game, and a lot of kind of like stuff on the side. There's not even touching maybe stuff that has other versions that have other quests and stuff like that and whatever else. It's been a longer than I was expecting, and I'm thinking this game it does have a bit of fluff from time to time. But I can't sit here and say I think the Sinking City is a bad game. I think it's totally fine. And if you're into like this kind of like if you're already invested in this kind of sort of theme and setting, I think there's a lot to definitely enjoy. And for someone who doesn't have any experience of it, I'm glad that I played the game, and I'm glad that I spent the time to go through with it. But it is a game in need of plenty of refinement. And I could definitely see for some people just wouldn't have the patience to go through as much of the game as I have. You know, the other thing as well is it like the decisions that you make for it, and this is the problem obviously with a lot of these sort of style of games, is that you make all these various choices of how you want to proceed through like the game, but in the grand scheme of things, I bet they don't really mean anything. Even as the endings here, the endings are so kind of flat, it's like, it doesn't really feel like anything I did really made much of a difference. I was kind of just in for the ride sort of thing, which is a little bit of a shame. But no, Frogwares, who are the devs of the game, if they were to ever decide that they were going to make a sequel for this, I think it could actually be pretty fun. And I think it could do pretty well. I think this game is a good basis for that. I've enjoyed my time. Even though it was a longer time than I was expecting. What are your thoughts on it as well? I'd love to know. For those of you who have watched through the series, I do thank you. Hope you have enjoyed. Yeah, it's been, you know, I don't regret the time spent. I think that's the main thing. Either way, that is going to be the end for the series. And that is going to be, as far as local recording is concerned, this is going to be it for the year. I'll probably take a few days off with Christmas and New Year's. It is December 18th I'm recording. And then come beginning of January, local recording-wise, we'll be beginning with Galarians, the series requested by Argeris, we'll be delving into in January. Thank you for the company. Take care of yourselves, everyone. Have a lovely time. Enjoy your holidays. We'll see you soon.